Hello Andy, my name is Ravindra, Senior Botany Lecturer. Welcome to Avidya's E-Academy channel. Today in this class, now we are going to discussing about the most important 8 marks questions in this topic, that is anatomy of flowering plant chapter, histology and anatomy of flowering plant chapter. It is the botany intermediate first year topic, intermediate botany first year topic. So now let us discuss about the 8 marks question, that is dicot stem, dicot root, monocot stem, monocot root in this topic one by one. So first 8 marks question is TS of dicot stem, transfer section of dicot stem. Second one is TS of monocot stem, monocot stem. Third one is TS of dicot root, TS of dicot root. Fourth one is TS of monocot root, monocot root. Okay, these are the 8 marks questions: dicot stem, monocot stem, dicot root, monocot root. Out of these 4 questions, so one question is must and should for IP examination point of view. Okay, now it is the damn sure questions. Okay, dicot stem, monocot stem, dicot root, monocot root. Let us now discuss about the what are the structures of the dicot stem, monocot stem, dicot root, monocot root one by one. The first one is TS of dicot stem. TS of dicot stem, transfer section of dicot stem. So in the dicot stem, when we cut the stem, what we find? So in the dicot stem, we find the one circular structure. So this circular structure is called transfer section. So in this transfer section, there are many vascular bundles which are arranged in the ring-like manner. Okay, so how to find out the dicot stem next vascular bundles? So in the next, when we cut the dicot stem, we find there are many vascular bundles is arranged in the ring-like manner in the transfer section. So the ring-like arrangement of vascular bundles is the characteristic features of the dicot stem. Now let us start with what is the layers of the dicot stem one by one. The first one, the dicot stem, the outermost layer. The dicot stem outermost layer is made up of, it is a single layer of the flat parenchymatous cells. Okay, the epidermis is a single layer. It is made up of flat parenchymatous cells. Okay, next, this epidermis is covered by cuticle. The epidermis is covered with cuticle. The main function of the cuticle is which is prevents the loss of water. So the main function of the cuticle which is prevents the loss of water. So epidermis is the single layer of the flat parenchymatous cells without intercellular spaces. Next one, this epidermis is covered by cuticle. The cuticle function is prevents the loss of water. So this cuticle which is may or may not be present. So next one, the outer layer. Outside the layer, there could be one structure is present in the form of multicellular form. Okay, the multicellular structure is formed outside the epidermis. This structure is called hair or trichome. Hair or trichome. The main function of the hair or trichome, so it is protect the dicot stem from high temperature. Next one, so this is the outermost layer is the epidermis, and next one, inside the next one tissue is present, that is pericycle. So pericycle is the inner tissue, and next one epidermis is the outer layer. So between the outer epidermis and next inner pericycle, so one layer is present, that is cortex. So I will tell you what is the cortex, and the cortex is divided into 3 zones, that is collenchymatous hypodermis. So that is just beneath the epidermis, first layer is cortex. Cortex is made up of 3 zones, that is collenchymatous hypodermis, second one is parenchymatous cortex, and third one is endodermis. So I will tell you what is the layers in this dicot stem one by one. Just beneath the epidermis, there are few layers. There are few layers of the coloncymatous cells are arranged. Beneath the epidermis, there are few layers are coloncymatous hypodermis. But in this coloncymatous hypodermis, the pectin material is deposition. The pectin material. The pectin material is deposition between the coloncymatous cells. So due to presence of the pectin material, there is no intercellular spaces. The intercellular spaces are absent. So this is a pectin material. So these cells is called coloncymatous hypodermis cells. Coloncymatous hypodermis. The main function of the coloncymatous hypodermis, it provides the mechanical support to the dicot stem or plant. So they provide the mechanical support. So this coloncymatous is a mechanical living tissue. Okay, just beneath the epidermis, next there are few cells are arranged. These cells is called coloncymatous hypodermis. So this is a hair or a trichome, and next one, the epidermis is covered by cuticle. The main function of the cuticle, it prevents the loss of water. And next one, here the single layer of the flat cells. This layer is called epidermis. Epidermis. It is a single layer of the flat parenchymatous cells without intercellular spaces. Remaining just beneath the epidermis next to the cortex. Cortex, I have already told you, cortex divided into three zones. First one is coloncymatous hypodermis. Second one is parenchymatous cortex. Third layer is endodermis. So this layer beneath the epidermis next to these cells are arranged. These cells is called coloncymatous hypodermis. Coloncymatous hypodermis. So next one, in this coloncymatous cells, what is this material? This material is called pectin. The pectin material is deposition between the coloncymatous cells. So the main function of the coloncymatous hypodermis, what is the function? So it provides the mechanical support. It provides the mechanical support. Okay, this is a coloncymatous hypodermis function. So this is the outermost layer of the cortex. Next one, just next beneath the coloncymatous hypodermis, the second layer of the cortex, that is parenchyma cells. Parenchymatous cortex. So these cells are loosely arranged. These cells are loosely arranged. Here the intercellular spaces are present. Okay, parenchymatous cortex. So parenchymatous cortex compared to the coloncymatous hypodermis, so there is no intercellular spaces. Why? Because the pectin material is deposition between the coloncymatous hypodermis. But in case of the cortex, that is parenchymatous cortex, it is the middle layer of the cortex. It is the outer layer of the cortex, that is coloncymatous hypodermis, and the middle layer of the cortex is called parenchymatous cortex. But these cells are loosely arranged. Here the intercellular spaces are present. So second layer, from here to here, This layer is called parenchymatous cortex. Parenchymatous cortex. So this is a second layer of the dicot stem. And next one, inner layer of the cortex. Inner layer of the cortex. So here the some little barrel shape of the cells are present without intercellular spaces. So this layer is called endodermis. So this layer, only single layer, this layer is called endodermis. Okay, so this is a third layer of the dicot stem. Okay, so cortex region, it is divided to three zones. First one is collenchymatous hypodermis, second one is parenchymatous cortex, third one is endodermis. It is the outermost layer of the cortex, that is collenchymatous hypodermis, and middle layer of the cortex is called parenchymatous cortex, and inner layer of the cortex is called endodermis. So these three layers making together. So these three layers making together, that is collenchymatous hypodermis, parenchymatous cortex, third one is endodermis. So make it together to form cortex. Cortex. So inner layer of the cortex is called endodermis. So this endodermis has starch deposition. Starch deposition. So the starch is deposition in this endodermis layer. Next one. So next in the inner tissues is called pericycle. So pericycle is composed of two types of tissues, that is sclerenchyma and parenchyma. I am showing here. Next inner layer is a cortex, next pericycle, and next one inner tissue, that is I am showing only these two vascular bundles, this much point. So I am showing only these two vascular bundles here. So this is a one vascular bundles, and next one, this is also one vascular bundle. Okay, I am showing only these two vascular bundles in this place. And next one, so beneath the next endodermis, that is pericycle. Pericycle is made up of two types of cells, that is sclerenchyma and parenchyma. So this is a pericycle layer. And next one, between the, this is a sclerenchyma. So total layer is called pericycle. It is made up of two types of tissues. This is a green color part. So lateral position of the green color part is called sclerenchyma. So between the sclerenchyma, next to the normal parenchyma cells are present. Parenchyma cells. Okay. So the sclerenchyma is a spindle shape of the cells. So this layer is called pericycle. Pericycle is made up of two types of tissues, that is sclerenchyma, and second one is parenchyma. Okay, so this green color part is called sclerenchyma. Remaining between the sclerenchyma next to these blue color part cells is called parenchyma. So these parenchyma cells are loosely arranged. And next one, these two are the vascular bundles. We are showing only this much point. These only two vascular bundles I am showing here. So this is a vascular bundles. So these vascular bundles next, so it contain phloem and xylem. So it is also phloem towards the outside, xylem towards the inner side. It is the outer part, it is the inner part. So between the phloem and xylem, next to the cambium strip is present. Cambium strips. So that is vascular cambium ring is present between the phloem and xylem. Here also vascular cambium. So between the phloem and xylem, the cambium ring, that is vascular cambium ring is present. And next one, due to presence of these two vascular bundles, so the parenchyma cells are becomes to elongated tube-like structures, becomes to squeeze. It means, so due to presence of two vascular bundles, these parenchyma cells becomes to just elongated tube-like structures. So this is a vascular bundles. It means vascular bundle, vascular bundle. And next one, this ring is called vascular cambium, vascular cambium. And next one, this layer, this cells is called medullary rays. The main function of the medullary rays, that is lateral conduction, lateral conduction. So that is the main function of the medullary rays. Next, now coming to the center part. Now coming to the center part, next to it is also filled with more number of parenchymatous cells. So these cells also arranged in loosely. So these cells loosely arranged, and next one, these cells is called pith. Okay, so these two next to inner tissues next to filled with ring-like arrangement of vascular bundles. Okay, outer layer is, it is the epidermis. It is made up of single layer of the flat cells, and next one, it is without intercellular spaces. The outermost layer is covered by cuticle. Cuticle function is which is prevents the loss of water, which is may or may not be present. And next one, outside the epidermis, next to one cell, one structure is formed. One structure is appears in the form of multicellular form, that is called hair and trichome. The main function of the trichome, it protect the dicot stem from high temperature. Next one, beneath the epidermis, just beneath the epidermis, next layer is called cortex. Cortex is made up of three zones. That is, first zone is collenchymatous hypodermis. The main function of the hypodermis, it provides the mechanical support. And next one, between this next collenchymatous cells, the pectin material deposition. So due to presence of pectin material, there is no intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces absent. And next one, second layer is called parenchymatous cortex. So these cells are loosely arranged. Here the intercellular spaces are present. And next one, inner layer of the cortex is called endodermis. So the starch is deposition in this endodermis. Next one is, it is a pericycle. So pericycle is made up of two types of tissues or cells, that is sclerenchyma and parenchyma. Pericycle is made up of sclerenchyma cells. It means that is a green color part. Next one, parenchyma cells. Between the next sclerenchyma, these cells are parenchyma cells. Next one, two vascular bundles. I am showing only these two much part. That is two vascular bundles I am showing here. So between the next two vascular bundles, next these parenchyma cells next becomes to squeeze. It means it becomes to elongated tube-like structures. So these elongated tube-like structure is called medullary rays. The main function of the medullary rays, lateral conduction. And next one, center part also filled with number of parenchymatous cells. These cells are loosely arranged. Here the intercellular spaces are present. The next it is called pith. Okay, now next. Now coming to the vascular bundles characters. Vascular bundle characters. Vascular bundle. So let us now discuss about the vascular bundles characters. That is the first one. The first one character is conjoint. Now you have to remember these words, very important for NEET examination point of view also. Conjoint. Second one is collateral. Third one is open vascular bundle. VB means vascular bundles. And fourth one is the vascular bundles is the endarch condition. Okay, I will tell you one by one what is the conjoint, collateral, open vascular bundles, endarch. The first one. So what is conjoint? Conjoint means, so the xylem and phloem. The xylem and phloem is arranged in the same radius manner. So I will show here with a diagram. So this is a vascular bundle. And next one, phloem towards outside, xylem towards the inner side. So next one, between this phloem and xylem, next the vascular cambium ring is present. So it is a cambium strips. Okay. Next, conjoint. Conjoint means the phloem and xylem is arranged in the same radius manner. So this condition is known as conjoint. Next one, collateral means phloem towards the outside. This is the outer part. It is the inner part. Okay, phloem towards the outside, xylem towards the inner side. So this condition is known as collateral. Next one, open vascular bundle. Open vascular bundles means between the phloem and xylem, the cambium ring is present. Okay, if the cambium ring is present between the phloem and xylem, that condition is known as open vascular bundle. In case, so this cambium ring is absent between the phloem and xylem, that condition is known as closed vascular bundle. Okay, so but the characters of the dicot stem, open vascular bundle. And next one, endarch. So endarch means endarch. So here the three words is present, that is exarchu, endarchu, mesearch. So I will tell you only this word in this topic, endarch. Exarchu, mesearch I will tell you later on. And next one, endarch. Endarch means, next one, here the bigger vessels are present here, and next one, here the smaller vessels. Okay, so this big like structures, so these bigger structures is called metaxylem. Metaxylem. Next, this smaller structure is called protoxylem. So where is the location of the protoxylem? Protoxylem towards the inner side, metaxylem towards the outer side. So based on the position of the protoxylem, we can classify these words divided into three types: exarchu, endarchu, mesearchu. So endarch condition means, endarch means inside. So the protoxylem, only we can identify the protoxylem, where is the location of the protoxylem. So protoxylem towards the inner side, metaxylem towards the outer side. Metaxylem is the bigger like structures, protoxylem is the smaller like structures. So protoxylem towards the inner side, metaxylem towards the outer side. That condition is known as endarch. In case, so the metaxylem next to towards the outer side, protoxylem towards the inner side, that condition is known as exarch. Okay, so we don't that words. Endarch means only protoxylem towards the inner side, metaxylem towards the outer side. That condition is known as endarch. Okay. Conjoint. Conjoint means the xylem and phloem is arranged in the same radius manner. Here the phloem and here the xylem. Phloem and xylem is arranged in the same radius manner. Xylem and phloem is arranged in the same radius manner. That condition is known as conjoint. Collateral means phloem towards outside, xylem towards the inner side. That is known as collateral. Open means between the phloem and xylem the cambium ring is present. That is called open vascular bundle. Endarch means the xylem towards the protoxylem towards the inner side, metaxylem towards the outer side. That is called endarch. Okay. So these are the layers of the dicot stem. And next one, these are the vascular bundles characters. So this is a most important 8 marks question for IP examination point of view. Okay. So this is a structure of the dicot stem. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel.